Welcome to the Series Sweep podcast, where I'm breaking down each and every single week of the Dodgers offseason leading up to the 2021 regular season. You can find me, Eric Eulau, on Twitter. That is at EEULAU. That is my last name, followed by the first letter of my first name, if you haven't figured that out by now. What you should have figured out is we were on YouTube under the Series Sweep. Please subscribe, rate, review. Much appreciated. And Great to be here with you from wherever you may be listening, watching, however you do it. Thanks. That's all I got to say. We do this in about 5 minutes. I'm feeling good about doing this in under 5 minutes tonight. Feeling good. But first, 2020 World Series champions. And second, a reading from noted laureate, just an absolute wordsmith, Marshall Eminem Mathers. Without further ado. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? 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 Boom! Justin Turner is back, officially signed. The news got out last week. It was the last piece of the puzzle that this team needed. He signs a 2-year deal worth $34 million. That is $17 million annually. There's a nice little $8 million signing bonus in there for him. And I'm going to eat a ton of crow and admit that I was completely wrong, that they gave there's a club option. There's a team option for the third year. I thought there was no way that was going to happen, but there is. There's also a $2 million buyout if the Dodgers don't pick up that option. Good for him. Like, hey, here's, whatever that is. Here's like an 8th or 9th of your salary for you to not work for our company anymore. But thank you so much for everything you've done. This year just would not have felt right without Justin Turner. You look at what he does for the playoffs, the regular season. We've been through all of it, but I think it's really important in a year like this when you're bringing in a Trevor Bauer type. And I know he's saying all the right things right now, and all the coaching staff's really happy with him, and Dave Roberts has said he's been great to work with. And I'm sure all that's true. I'm not calling those guys liars. And I'm not saying that Mookie Betts and Clayton Kershaw wouldn't be able to handle what the clubhouse without Justin Turner. But there's going to be a moment when Trevor Bauer is going to say something that's going to rub some people the wrong way, or just not come off right, or the Dodgers have lost 3 of 5, or he's had 2 bad starts in a row. And Turner's going to be the guy to really settle things out with the media and kind of be that team spokesperson to clear things up. It's going to happen. It's bound to happen, especially when you have this much pressure on a team. I think they're over-under now at Vegas. I forget what book it was, but I think it was 104.5, which is just outrageous. I mean, that just tells you what the betting public, what baseball experts, what they think of this team, with how stacked this lineup is. And I'm going to analogize Justin Turner to another LA sports hero who unfortunately left the team or was traded away to the team after they won their titles. And that was Lamar Odom for the Lakers. And it just never felt right, even though you still had Kobe on those teams, of course. God rest his soul. But it just didn't feel right to leave that era of the Lakers and just boom, Lamar Odom was gone. I think he was on the Mavericks. It was a disaster. Anyway, the Dodgers never won a game without him. I'm not saying this team would have never won without Justin Turner, but this guy is, right up there with all your LA sports icons the last 20, 25 years for the Dodgers. He was with us when we weren't very good, or we were trying to learn how to win. And what really comes down to is the sense of pride we have with Justin Turner. I know it's not Clayton Kershaw where we've had him since we drafted him from high school, but we've pretty much had him for his pro career, at least the meaningful bits of it. You look at those 3 years with the Mets, whatever that was with the Orioles. I mean, Justin Turner's a Dodger, and he always will be. And this way he'll be able to stay a Dodger. You can see the playoff stats down there. The still of one of the most incredible plays I've ever seen a third baseman make in the playoffs. So damn happy to have him. And this is just what the lineup looks like. And don't get all upset if you would have put Lux. I was just throwing this out there. But great to have Justin Turner back. Can't believe it. Sportsnet LA. This is when the games are going to be playing. If you really want to get into some spring baseball, and that'll lead us right up to opening week against the Rockies. The last thing, just this little 11-second clip, because this is what Instagram does now during baseball spring training. It's like, here, we're just going to show you like little 10-second clips of your favorite players doing stuff. There's Clayton Kershaw pitching a baseball. That's all I got for you. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, rate, review, share with your other friends, even if they're not Dodger fans, just to piss them off. I'll see you guys on the other side.